I have no clue how to start this, so I'm just gonna jump into it. So for those who don't know, I'm working on a massive fantasy project I call Realmirius. It is a high fantasy world made up of 10 different realms, with each realm being drastically different from one another. Not to mention there is a big pantheon of gods, a multitude of different races and creatures, and is chock full of lore, story, history, and, hopefully, charm. I don't know if this will hook anyone, but I don't care. So with that out of the way, let me explain a bit of this mystical world. So let's start with the 10 realms. There is the heart of creation, which is the golden star in the middle. It is a golden realm of the gods where one of the primordials rules from. That primordial is the creator, a sort of king of the gods kind of character, and creator of, well, basically everything. I imagine it's a realm bathed in gold grass, golden sky, golden mountains, etc., etc. Next would be the mortal realm, which is the 8-pointed rainbow star. That realm is most like ours, but, well, magical and charged with elemental energy. The 8 elements are the 4 we all know and love: water, earth, fire, air, and 4 other ones being energy, nature, light, and shadow. The mortal realm, and all the realms for that matter, is ruled by a being called an overlord. Think of it as a god king over their realm. Next realm, one notch to the right, is the Dragon Skies. And just from the name, you can guess what it's about. The Dragon Skies is a realm that is the most fantasy-based. It has all the classic fantasy races: dwarves, elves, orcs, etc., but with the dragons as the oldest and most powerful of the civilizations. Everything else is still classic high fantasy, though. Next realm, another notch right, would be the Fiery Depths, a realm that is basically hell. It's full of demons, fire, demonic fire, fiery demons, etc. The Fiery Depths is a barren wasteland of a realm filled with an ocean of lava, brimstone, and a giant empire, all ruled by the overlord of the realm. I'll get to him and the rest of the overlords another day. Next up is the Corrupted Dark, another notch right. Now this realm is a mess. Literally. I imagine it as a sort of shattered and dead realm filled with broken land, floating islands, and a thing called the Corruption, a biological manifestation of chaos. The Corruption is what all corrupted are made of, and corrupted are beings made of twisted purple flesh. They all serve the overlord of the realm, and by extension, the forgotten god. Next realm is the Undead Crypt, a massive frozen world full of snow, ice, and the undead. I imagine it as in an eternal winter so harsh that only the dead can live in it. Speaking of, all manner of undead live in this realm, like ghosts, zombies, Draugr, Wendigo. However, it's not a realm connected to any form of afterlife. Again, I'll go into that another day. Next up is the Dreamscape, a realm of stars and opportunity. This realm is one of the more peaceful and prosperous realms out of the lineup, all because the overlord of the realm wanted it to be a place where any and all can follow their dreams, hence how it got its name. The Dreamscape is filled with creatures all related to the stars, space, and even the zodiac. Think like Sagittarius and all that. The next realm is the High Heavens, which is basically heaven. It's a realm full of angels that live in cities that are high up in the clouds. I imagine this realm and its people being very religious and faithful. Beyond that, it's another fairly peaceful realm that cherubim, seraphim, Ophanim, and other kinds of angels call home. Forgive the stuttering. Next up is the Nightmare Domain, a barren desert wasteland of a realm filled with unholy abominations born from nightmares. The Nightmare Domain is also littered with the bones of dead titans, said bones being so large that most cities are made around said bones. Since there aren't a lot of natural resources, it's kinda every man for himself. Kinda. And the final realm is the Abyss, an eternal black sea that is the bedrock of the world. When writing about it, I always describe it as an ocean of pitch black with the horizon bleeding light into the sky. On top of that, there is an ever-growing eternal city there called the Rubicon. Yeah, let me say it again. There's an ever-growing eternal city there called the Rubicon. And it's the only city in the whole realm. The overlord of this realm is the Void, another primordial and the brother of the Creator. I don't know how to end this, so I'll just say this. Hope this was at least interesting, and if there is interest in this world, then let me know. And I'll see what else I can explain about Realmirius. So yeah, I guess comment, like, sub, do all that jazz, and I'll see you later. Adios.